Hey guys, it's Will here, and tonight I've got an unboxing video for you. As you can see, I've got here the Venerable Dreadnought, and it's not the newest of kits, I will admit. It's been probably around 5-6 years now, but it's still a really nice model with loads of options, and I've just got one to add to my Scythes of the Emperor army, so I thought it'd be a good chance to take a quick look at what's inside. So you've got the instruction manual, pretty standard on all GW kits, and you're already seeing when you're looking here, you've got a very straightforward to build model by the looks of it, but with lots of options and lots of choice, and I'm looking forward to playing around with this. And where you've got all these choices as well, it means you're going to get lots of spare parts, which is nice for those of us with large armies to use them for various conversions, and also means if you're running lots of these, it will mean that you don't have to have them all looking the same. You can have the same kit and get sort of 5-6 different appearances model out of it. Then we've got the base. Now these, I remember always thinking these were really cool, these Dreadnought bases, where they've actually got the scenic base in the box. Now obviously these days, where you've got things like the Sector Mechanicum bases, Sector Imperialis base, or even these little Necromunda bases, it's becoming kind of more standard to have these detailed bases, but at the time this was a very cool new bit of kit. Right, now the sprues themselves, because I don't think you get a transfer sheet in here. No, it doesn't look like we've got a transfer sheet, but that's fine because I like to freehand my details anyway, and to be honest, there's so much detail on all the panels here. The places where you might normally think to stick a transfer, they're actually pre-detailed, so you wouldn't get one over there. So we've got the legs up here, and as you can see, it's just a front and a back. If this were a something like the Redemptor Dreadnought, the more up-to-date kit, you'd probably have like 10 pieces to do all of that. And with these old models, it's kind of nice because it's just nice and simple. It's just 2 pieces, stick them together, which is going to cut down the build time and complexity. It does give you less flexibility with posing, but it'll still produce a nice model. You don't need to worry too much about that. Then we get to the front of the model. Now what they've done with this is really clever. So you've got the front of the Dreadnought here, you've got the sarcophagus panel in the middle, and you've got the sort of the remains of the Space Marine in there, and you've got these details down the side. But there's so many ways to make the front of this model look. So you've got 2 different complete sarcophagus covers there, and then over here we've got 2 that have the cutout for the pilot's head. So that's 4 different sarcophagus fronts already. And if we just flick onto this sprue here, no, it is on this one, it's on the other side of this one. You've got all these panels to go over it, so you've got 2 more for the front and then 3 more pairs for each side. So you've got these blank ones, which would be nice if you want to freehand or add a transfer from another kit. You've got these like reliquaried ones. I've seen the sort of like flames painted up in there, so it looks like the flames are behind bars. It looks really cool. And then these other detailed ones, so you've got like a tyrannid head being impaled on that one, some scroll work on there. So you've got loads of options. It's basically 4 different ways the side panels can look when you take into account that even the base piece is detailed, and you've got all these like names of battles this guy's been involved in, and that theme's continued onto the arms. You've got 1, 2, 3 different ranged weapon arm options here, again with all this sort of catalogue of various battles that this guy's fought in over the centuries, which is really cool looking. And then you've got you haven't got the same on the other arm because of the details of where the power fist goes, but then you've got 3 different options, I think, for like the top piece to cover over it. So like this piece here, it's the cover for that, and I think you get a few different options somewhere on here, and even down to like the leg armor. You've got one set here, just adjust the light, that is like that or like that for your leg armor, so you can make this model look however you want really. There's so many choices. And you've got weapons to choose from, so we've got twin las cannon, assault cannon, and then on the other side you got the plasma cannon. So 3 different ways you can load out his primary gun, and then on the other side you've got 2 different options on the power fist. So you've got this one here which more looks like actual fingers, and then the one over here, if I can find it, where are you? Where is it? Oh no, I think it's here. You've got the more standard classic Dreadnought power fist, and then for the underslung weapon you can either have the Storm Bolter or the Heavy Flamer. And so yeah, you've got basically all the options you might want. The one thing it doesn't come with is the option for the missile launcher arm, which is still in the codex. So I thought they might drop it because it's not on the kit, but it's still in there, and that's quite cool because this guy's got BS 2+ to hit, so you know, giving him all ranged weapons isn't a bad choice, especially as Space Marines tend to be more of a shooty army these days. But you know, you could give him las cannon, missile launcher, make the Hellfire pattern, and I think looking at the arm joints here, they look like they're the right size for the ones from the standard Dreadnought kit. So you know, if you've got spares from that, you can always put them on there. We've got a nice little selection of different purity seals, so yeah, if you don't use them on this model, you can use them on something else, you know, to continue with the Space Marine theme. But yeah, it's all looking very good. Looking forward to putting this guy together. Should be a relatively simple job. So I'm going to build him up and show you what he looks like when he's assembled. So I've put him all together now, and as you can see, I've popped him on one of these Sector Mechanicus bases because that's the bases I'm using for my Scythes of the Emperor army, and this went together really easily. It was a very straightforward kit to build. There was nothing hard about it at all, which is one of the things I like about some of the GW kits from sort of like 5-10 years ago. They weren't as complicated as some of the modern ones, and granted some of the modern kits look absolutely amazing, but hey, this certainly isn't a bad looking model either. Gone for the twin las cannon on there, although all the joints on this can, for like the arms, can be left loose, so you can just put in whichever one you want. So the las cannon comes out, we could put in the assault cannon or the plasma cannon in there, although I think he's going to be running with a las cannon most of the time in my list. Same with the fist arm, that comes off, and this isn't from the kit, but this is the missile launcher from a standard Space Marine Dreadnought. I had to cut that joint down a little bit just to make it sit flush, but yeah, that fits perfectly fine on there if you want to do a bit of customization. Gone for fairly clear panels on this, not gone for the ones with lots of excessive detail, but that's because I'm planning to do some freehand on this. There's certainly no reason you couldn't have the other panels that would perhaps sort of want to take a dry brush or more of a layered effect more, but I want to do some freehand, so I've left those bits like that. So yeah, I'm going to get him painted up and show you what this bad boy looks like when he is complete. And here he is, all painted up in my Scythes of the Emperor colour scheme. And yeah, this was actually quite a nice model to paint. There was no particularly fiddly bits, and yeah, nice sort of easy lines to do on like the armour parts, and then the detailed parts were quite easy to dry brush. Only difficult bit was really in the dry brushing on the gold on this arm, where you've got all of the names on there. You have to be really careful to get just the right amount of pressure and the right amount of paint on your brush for that. But most of the bits that I dry brushed, like the filigree on the las cannon barrels here, went down really nicely. And yeah, I'm rather pleased with how he's turned out. He's going to make a nice addition to my Scythes of the Emperor. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.